ഇത് ഹൈറ്റ്സ് ഓഫ് എബ്രഹാം എന്നുള്ളൊരു സ്ഥലമാണ്. ഇത് നമ്മുടെ പീക്ക് ഡിസ്ട്രിക്റ്റിലുള്ളതാണ്. ഡ്രൈവ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴൊക്കെ നല്ല ഭംഗിയാണ് പോകുന്ന സ്ഥലമൊക്കെ കാണാനായിട്ട്. നമുക്കിവിടെ മാഞ്ചസ്റ്റർ സ്റ്റോക്ക്പോർട്ട് ഏരിയയിൽ നിന്ന് ഒരു 2 മണിക്കൂർ ഡ്രൈവാണ്. ഇതിൻ്റെ റോപ്പ് കാറാണ് ഇതിൻ്റെ ഒരു ആകർഷണം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഓൺലൈനായിട്ട് ടിക്കറ്റ് എടുത്ത് പോകുന്നതാണ് ഏറ്റവും നല്ലത്.
Hiya, my name's Steve. Welcome to the Heights of Abraham. Okay. Now, this area is called the Summit area. Okay, so if you get lost, come back here. This is the best place to be. In here is our cafe with teas, coffees, light bites and little snacks. If you want a big meal, around the corner to the green umbrella, and up there our host will sit you down at the table where you can have a proper main meal. Got 2 cavern tours for you. First one, up the slope to the left-hand end of the building there, this great mason, 350 million years of geological history inside the hill. Tours there are on the hour and a half past the hour. The other cavern tour is down this path here. You go all the way down past the play park, round past the picnic area, down onto the terrace where the tavern is. Down there there's the Great Rutland Cavern. Down there they'll tell you about miners' heritage and the miners' lives. Tours down there are running at 1:45 and 1:15 the hour. Also down there today between now and 3 o'clock you can get some giant marshmallows and toast them over an open fire. You fancy that? If you get lost, if you get stuck, come back to the summit, talk to the host. Have a lovely day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
They are provided. Those of you over 5 foot tall, mind your heads. Ceilings come down as low as 5 feet from the ground, okay? So watch your heads. There's only ever one winner when it comes to limestone and heads, and you are not the winners, okay? Now, there's 175 steps to negotiate on this tour. 16 of them go downwards, so that's not too much of a tragedy. 159 steps go upwards.
ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞില്ല ചേട്ടൻ്റെ തൊളാൻ. ഞാനാണോ?
പിടിച്ചോളെടുക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല, എന്നാ ഞാൻ പിടിക്കാൻ
ഇത് സ്റ്റെപ്പല്ല.
Try not to lose any. Couple more.
Yeah, lovely stuff. That's it. Welcome, welcome.
Can you just move in there so I can squeeze?
Down to the seaside. I know, the seaside. You're probably thinking, what is he talking about? Miles away from the seaside, aren't we? But if you think 350 million years ago, that's exactly where we'd be stood. Under the tropical ocean to die eventually. And the more of these creatures that died, the more their shells and bones would sink to the bottom of the ocean floor. They'd start to pile up a little, forming little mounds. Now with the pressures of the water compacting them down day by day, it slowly start to compress. And this is what you ended up with, these limestone rocks that we call the Peak District Hills of Derbyshire. Now, it looks totally different under here than it does up on the surface. You just think all these lumps, bumps, curves, slices, edges, cracks and points. It's exactly the same rock and it's the same age, but above where we've just come from it's been weathered. Okay? Humans have built on it, nature's taken over, so it looks totally different. Now it is sedimentary rock form, so it's made up of all sorts of different things. Coral, dead seaweed, lime mud, all squished down together. But predominantly, we are surrounded by millions and millions and millions of dead, crushed sea creatures. It's a lovely thought, isn't it? All I can say is thank goodness it doesn't smell that way. Now, we're going to flash forward a few 100 million years now. We're still under the oceans, but so too were your volcanoes. 180 million years ago, we had something called the volcanic period, or the volcanic era. It's when all the volcanoes started to wake up, this mineral-rich lava at the centre of the earth, wanting to come and say hello to the planet. So what it did, it started to rumble, started to wake up, and when it burst through the ocean floor, you got this subsiding, water going one way, lava's coming the other way. Lots of explosions going on, lots of gases taking over. But eventually what happened is these caverns got filled in with mineral-rich liquids. Okay? Predominantly lead was solidified and formed on the walls. Now, you look at this big open space we're stood in now, you've got to imagine it filled in. So off each and every surface we're looking at around 6 foot of mineral-rich rock. Galena, they used to call it, the shining stuff. Lead, in other words. These are old lead mines. Now, you mine down from the surface. So the miners in 1670 came through a shaft down here. Okay? Not the way we've just walked through. That was closed in as well. But this is actually a crack in the Earth's surface. It's a fault line. And we call it the Great Rake. And it stretches for around 6 miles from the village of Crouch all the way up to the top of Bonsall Moors. And if we was to dig where you're standing, sir, about 2 metres, 3 metres underneath the ground, there'd be a crack. It reopens and a drop up to about 900 feet. Okay? So no jumping down there, no scraping your feet, let's just stay where we are for now. Okay? Now, in 1666, what happened in London?
Come, come. Hey.
The Roman staircase, the Roman hall, the mannequins, wasn't enough for you to entice you down into the mines and pay your money. This is where you would have had the fireworks show. So this is where they would have lit fireworks and they would have blasted around in there. And then while the fireworks was happening, they had a brass band just here. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? He's not used to them. He prefers candles, so it does mean I'm going to have to turn the lights out for him. Okay? Now, John doesn't move that we know of. So if you guys stay here, I'm going to run away. Okay.
Yes.
Should we have some punch and count 5 all together? You ready?
Yep. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
can do it, Fred. Oh, did I?